I'll never forget the day I met my pug, Winston. It was a sunny afternoon, and I had no idea that my life was about to change forever. It was love at first sight. The moment our eyes met, I felt an instant connection that I had never experienced before. His big, expressive eyes, squishy face, and adorable curly tail stole my heart instantly. Every little feature of his was perfect, and I couldn't help but fall in love. I knew, right then and there, that he was coming home with me. There was no doubt in my mind that Winston was meant to be a part of my life. The car ride home was filled with a mix of puppy whimpers and excited giggles from yours truly. I kept glancing over at him, marveling at how something so small could bring so much joy. I couldn't wait to start this new chapter with my furry little companion. The anticipation of all the adventures we would have together was almost too much to bear. As soon as we arrived, Winston bounded out of his carrier and into my life, bringing with him a joy I never knew existed. He explored every corner of his new home with boundless energy. From that moment on, Winston wasn't just a pet. He was family. He fit right in, as if he had always been there, filling our home with love and laughter. He was my shadow, my confidant, and my four-legged comedian, all rolled into one adorable, snorting package. His playful antics never failed to make me smile, even on the toughest days. Little did I know, this tiny ball of wrinkles would change my life in more ways than I could have ever imagined. Winston brought a sense of purpose and an abundance of love that I will cherish forever. Welcoming Winston into my home was pure joy, even with a few inevitable puppy antics thrown into the mix. Housebreaking had its challenges, to say the least. Let's just say I quickly learned the importance of keeping cleaning supplies handy. But even when he was being mischievous, Winston had a way of melting away any frustration with a single look from his big brown eyes. Those eyes, coupled with his signature pug snorts and grunts, were enough to turn any frown upside down. He was a whirlwind of energy one minute, a sleepy cuddle bug the next. And those rolls of puppy fat, absolutely irresistible. Each day with Winston was an adventure, filled with laughter, love, and a whole lot of Pug-tastic charm. As Winston grew, his personality blossomed. He was a natural comedian, his every move a source of amusement. His favourite activity? Napping, of course. And he wasn't picky about his napping spots. One minute he'd be curled up on the sofa, the next sprawled out on the cool bathroom tiles. Pugs have a unique talent for finding the most comfortable, and often hilarious, positions to catch some shut-eye. But don't let the napping fool you. Winston had his mischievous moments too. He was a master at sneaking snacks, his nose leading him to any crumb I might have missed. And those puppy dog eyes? They worked like a charm, especially when I was trying to resist giving him table scraps. Beneath that mischievous exterior, Winston had a heart of gold. He was the epitome of loyalty, his love unwavering. He was my shadow, following me from room to room, always happy just to be by my side. Whether I was having a good day or a bad day, Winston was there, offering his silent support and a warm, furry body to cuddle. He had an uncanny ability to sense my moods, offering a comforting nudge or a lick to my hand just when I needed it most. Winston's loyalty wasn't just limited to me. He was incredibly affectionate with everyone he met, greeting them with a wagging tail and a happy grunt. He had a way of winning people over with his charm, his infectious enthusiasm brightening even the dullest of days. One of the most incredible things about having Winston in my life was experiencing the pure, unconditional love of a pug. His love was a constant, unwavering presence that brightened my days. He didn't care about my flaws, my bad hair days, or my occasional grumpy moods. To Winston, I was perfect just the way I was, and that acceptance was a beautiful thing. He loved me for me, and that was a truly special gift. His affection was a daily reminder that love doesn't need to be earned. It simply is. Winston taught me the true meaning of companionship. He was always by my side, a loyal friend who never judged and always listened. He was always there to greet me at the door with a wagging tail, his whole body wriggling with excitement. No matter how tough my day had been, his joy was infectious. He was my walking buddy, my confidant, and my furry therapist, all rolled into one. Our walks were our special time, a chance to bond and enjoy each other's company. He had an uncanny ability to make me laugh, even on the toughest of days. His silly antics and playful nature were a constant source of joy and laughter. Whether he was chasing his tail in circles or snoring loudly during a nap, Winston's antics never failed to bring a smile to my face. His presence was a daily reminder of the simple joys in life. We had many great outdoor adventures. Winston loved playing in the park, rolling in the mud, and running through the long grass. Winston may have been small, but he had an adventurous spirit. We explored the woods, strolled through neighborhoods, and even took a dip or two in the ocean. Well, maybe more like a cautious paddle. He loved car rides, his head poking out the window, his tongue flapping in the wind. Every walk was an adventure for Winston, his nose glued to the ground, sniffing out interesting scents and greeting fellow canines with a wag of his curly tail. One of his favorite activities was splashing in puddles, especially after a rainstorm. He'd run through them with reckless abandon, his short little legs churning, his face covered in muddy water. Those were the moments I cherished most, seeing him so carefree and happy, living life to the fullest. Life with a pug is never dull, and Winston made sure of that. His snoring was legendary, a symphony of snorts, wheezes, and the occasional snort-sneeze combo that left me in stitches. He had a way of making even the most mundane activities entertaining. Watching him eat was a comedy show in itself, his whole face disappearing into his food bowl, emerging with crumbs clinging to his wrinkles. And then there were the times he'd get the zoomies, racing around the house like a furry little bullet, his short legs moving at lightning speed. Those moments were a blur of energy and laughter, a reminder that sometimes the best things in life are the simplest. Then it finally happened. The time to say goodbye. As with all good things, my time with Winston eventually came to an end. Saying goodbye to him was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but I find comfort in knowing I gave him a life filled with love, laughter, and endless belly rubs. Though my heart ached, I knew I was incredibly lucky to have had him in my life. He taught me the true meaning of unconditional love, the importance of living in the moment, and the power of finding joy in the simplest things. His memory continues to bring a smile to my face. I'll never forget his goofy grin, his infectious snorts, or the way he could brighten even the cloudiest of days with a single wag of his tail. I gained important life lessons, such as love, laughter, and loyalty, from the time spent having Winston as part of my life. Winston may have been a small dog, but he left a giant paw print on my heart. His presence was a constant reminder of the simple joys in life. He taught me valuable life lessons about love, laughter, and loyalty. Every wag of his tail and every playful bark was a lesson in happiness. He showed me that the greatest gift you can give someone is your time, your love, and a listening ear, or in his case, a head tilt and a sloppy kiss. His affection was boundless and pure. He reminded me to never take life too seriously, to find joy in the little things, and to appreciate every moment. Whether it was chasing a ball or simply lying in the sun, Winston found happiness everywhere. Most importantly, he taught me the true meaning of unconditional love, the kind of love that knows no bounds and asks for nothing in return. His loyalty was unwavering, and his love was endless. So, here's to you, Winston, my furry little soulmate. You brought so much joy and warmth into my life. Thank you for the laughs, the love, and the memories. Each moment with you was a treasure. You'll forever hold a special place in my heart. Your spirit and love will always be remembered.